What's up guys, in this video I'll show you how to build a rank and rent site and how to make it work. Let's dive right in. So first thing that you need to do, and you absolutely must do this before you start this kind of project, is research, because otherwise you will not be able to start successfully. This isn't something you just guess. You need some data and you need to make decisions based on that. So you need to do some keyword research, understand the volume, understand the location, understand the demographics, the customer, business niche, competition, do all the numbers, add up the numbers, do the math, see if it all works out, see how much the ads cost for those key terms, see how much competition there is, how many businesses are on Google, and basically work this data, or just get it and just compare everything. I have done it myself. It looks something like this. If you want, you can just copy my table here, but I suggest you create your own, because yours might be even better, or it might be better for you. But basically you can see, first I did the niche research, where I basically got all the niches that I could think of, and then I researched the volume. So for a specific city, which is usually what you go for when you're building a rank and rent site, because it's a local site. You can do the province, you can do the state, but honestly city is what most people do, and you aren't gonna rank for the entire province. It's way too much of a job to do. So just do one city. It should be enough to test the waters and kind of see if it works. And then I have cost per click, so that I understand the cost of the traffic that I'm about to get, hopefully. And then I also want the cost per lead, because if the cost per click is the same as cost per lead, something's off, okay? And then you also want to understand the cost, the value of the job. So if you bring somebody, a customer, how much is that customer worth? You also need to understand how many businesses there are in the location, because this is actually something I should have done more research on, because quite frankly, if it's less than 100 businesses, you are probably not finding any buyers. That's just what it is. One out of maybe 500 people will say yes, or even consider something like this. So I would really try to talk to these people in advance, but more on this a bit later in the video. I'll talk about this. I'll talk about the mistakes I've made. So do proper research on the companies that you are about to build this for, because if you are building this, it's not easy. It's a pretty heavy investment thing. You're gonna be spending time, money, and trust me, it's more than you think. So you better know who you are doing this for. And then you also want to understand competitor traffic, how difficult it is, how much they are getting, how many clicks, what kind of signs they have, and just have some examples. Like I have here. This is a similar site to mine. Not gonna show my site, just because I don't want everybody on YouTube to see my domain, and it's not something I want to do. But here are some examples. My site looks pretty much the same as these ones, and so yeah, very simple site. This might be a lead gen as well, honestly. I have no idea, but this form fill just really jumps out. Anyway, hope you understand how this one works. Let's move on to the next point. So once you understand the approximate search volume, you understand who operates in this market, cost per complete job, you basically know all these things, then you can move on to the next step, which is to find somebody who will buy the leads, because it's harder to find somebody than to rank a site. I can speak from experience. You can build a site, and then that asset will become a liability very quickly if you fail to sell this to somebody, right? So you can do it the old school way, just get a list of businesses. This is just something I got for another purpose, but you would basically find the businesses who are interested, and you can try to contact them. I didn't build a site for a nutritionist, but you could do it just like this. Very manual, very ineffective, if I'm being honest. I have done cold calls before. It's a pain, but that's one way to do it. The other way is way more efficient and scalable. You can do it through some kind of event where you meet people, and basically you just go to Meetup, and then you search for business, and then you just look for events that are somewhat related to your niche that you pick. So if you pick like contractors, you would search for something like that, and hopefully there you go. I would take a look at all these events and see if I can go and talk to some people there. Sometimes you will meet nice people there. Some people will want to work with you. Some people won't. I'm not saying this will get you a client for sure, but it might work, and it's also pretty fun to do. I think it's gonna help you in business. It is pretty fun to do. You get to know people. Maybe you can find another business opportunity. But moving on, you need to register a site. You need to register the domain, set up a certificate, and do it through WordPress. I recommend using WordPress for this. It's pretty technical, pretty boring, but once you have done the research and you have an idea of who you can reach out to, maybe you got a yes already, maybe somebody is interested, maybe you have a friend who runs a business who you want to help, I don't know, whatever it is, hopefully you have somebody. Then it is time to actually take action. So you just register the domain. It's gonna look like very blank. If you have done anything with WordPress, you're gonna have like an empty site basically. Get a template. Just go to the whatever niche you are in, go to templates and just pick one. Most of the sites that I just showed you, like these ones, some of them are built off of templates. You don't need to do any crazy design. Just get some basic logo. Also, get a phone number, get an email. These things are must. It's called NAP, name, address, phone number. Basic citations. Address has to be in the footer. You want to have a page where you tell that you collect customer information. You want to have basically the entire thing done, right? So once you have set up the site, you want to go through each of the checkpoints. So like I made one for myself here. You can see I got main keyword done, a secondary keyword done, journal linking done, professional footer, all these details, optimized metadata, tags, keywords, word count, terms, conditions, GDPR policy, compliance policy, schema markup. This is basic SEO stuff. If you know how to do SEO, this isn't new for you. But if it is, just Google, just like use ChatGPT, can help you with this. Just tell what you're doing and say, make me a checklist. Then basically go through it. Then once you're done, you just make sure you record everything that you do. Every step you take, make sure you write it down somewhere so that you know what you're doing and you have some kind of track record, some way to keep track of what you did. And then just once you're done with this, once you have some content on the site, hopefully, if you're struggling with ideas for content, then you can just do something like this. So I basically found the websites that have similar content to mine, and you can see I just made a list, and I basically took the same concept and made a similar post with a similar title, because I know this stuff ranks, and I just made it for my city. I didn't copy anything. Don't do that. It's not a good practice, but you can get creative. You can just find some information and then paraphrase everything and kind of put your own spill on it, and just post it. Have a blog post, have a blog section on your site. Just make content readable, and you're pretty much set. Next thing is after you've done all the on-page SEO, which will probably take you like a week, maybe more, maybe less, depending on how much experience you have, how fast you can work through it, how much time you're gonna allocate to this. If you work 12 hours a day, then you might be able to get it done in like a couple days. I know, depends. Took me probably a good week of work, if I'm being honest. I did some research, made some mistakes as well, so I had to fix it. But once you are done with the site, once your site looks something like this, you have the phone number, you have all the details. You don't need like pop-ups and stuff, but it has to look decent. Navigation has to work. Again, nothing too fancy. You don't need a million pages, but it should be decent. Okay, you can have like service areas like they have here. I did that on my site. Have some reviews. You can figure out that yourself. Just basic information, and once that is done, move on to the backlinks. And the way I did it is I found companies that I wanted backlinks from, and you can basically partner up with them. You can write them some content, you can put it on your site, like in exchange, like you can write them a review and basically ask for a backlink. You need to get creative here. It's not easy, not gonna be fast, but look, it works. You can do it. Manually search the companies and then try to build some relationships. And if you found a company that has an authoritative domain, You can use it for multiple sites, and honestly, you don't need a million backlinks. It's quality over quantity, so just get it done. And once you see that the rankings move up, then you know that you're doing it right. Another way to do it is to buy citations, by backlinks from media companies. This might be a lot easier than approaching like competitors and stuff, but you'll need to pay some money to basically have your content published here, but it is a part of SEO, and that's something I did as well. I'm not gonna brag about it and say that I had too much success with it, but you can go and buy citations, buy some press releases, and get your site out there. It might help in Google. So this is pretty much a quick SOP. This is what you absolutely must do. There's probably more things that you need to do, but this is the absolute must. Without this, without any of these, if you miss a single step, you're probably gonna fail. Finding a buyer is a must-have. Backlinks must-have. Can't rank without that. If you don't set up a website properly on WordPress, you're probably gonna have a huge headache. And if you don't do research, nothing is gonna work, because you just can't make any decisions. You don't know anything, and you're set up for a big failure. So hope this makes sense. This useful. Drop a like. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Bye.